Hey guys, welcome first video on C programming. This is going to be a series where I teach you everything you need to know about C programming. The first thing you need about C programming or any programming in general is an IDE. So what is an IDE? An IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It's where you write your code, compile, interpret, run, execute it. Okay? Some popular IDEs for C are Code Blocks, Eclipse, Dev C++, Turbo C++, etc. etc. I'm going to be showing you how to install and use Dev C++ and Code Blocks. Type in codeblocks.org. Go down to Downloads, download the binary release, and whatever platform you're using, Windows, Linux, Mac OS. I'm using Windows 10. Then you download any of these using any of these mirrors where they host the file. Uh, you can see it automatically went into my downloads. So we wait for the download. Okay guys, the download finished. So I'm going to open it. You can see the logo. Click next. I agree. I agree. This, if you want to change where the download's taking place, I don't want it in my C drive, so I'm going to change it to something else. Next, install. Wait for it to install. It won't take long. Run code blocks now. I'm going to click yes, but you don't have to. I'm going to show you how to run a C file. Leave everything as it is because I don't use code blocks that much. Create a new project. Console application. Next. Make sure to select C. Next. Project title, I don't know. Demo. This doesn't really matter to me right now. Desktop. Okay. Demo.cbp code blocks project. Now next. This can be fine. You don't need a release. Finish. So expand this sources. This main.c is your C file. Codeblocks always gives you this default program which just prints out hello world. The part at the bottom is your output console. You can see the output of your program, whatever it's displaying. So build option. What build option does is compiles your program, as in changes your program to machine code, executes it. So I'm going to do build and run. I don't have a compiler, so it's not working. Like I don't use Windows. Next. No. To download Dev C++, you go to Internet Browser, type source forge.net/projects /Orwell dev cpp slash. You can see the big green download button. Click it. It's down. It's going to download now. That doesn't matter. Okay. As we wait for it to download, I'll tell you what is an IDE and what's the importance of it. So an IDE usually comes packaged with a text editor where you type, edit, remove your code, and a compiler/interpreter where it converts it to machine language and makes it an executable file, as in a runnable file. They're usually packaged together, and we can only use those text editors. We can't like write in a notepad and all and execute the code. So I downloaded, opening, English, okay, I agree, next, uh, where you want the files to be installed. I don't use my C drive for applications. Install. Okay, same process as code blocks. You have to wait a little bit. Run, finish. Okay, next. This is your language. Your preferences, like what the font should be, what the background color should be, example, and what the icon should be. You can change it later, so click next. Okay. So this window is going to open up. What you do, file, new, project, same as code blocks. C project, make default language if you're only going to learn C. If you want to learn C++ later, you can change it, so make default. Empty project, name, I don't know, demo. Okay. Uh, this doesn't matter, save. So I'm going to type out my code. This is just a simple code, and you can see my output here, which says hello world. Press any key to continue. It will close this output console window. So those are the two of tons and tons of popular IDEs for C. You don't want to install IDEs and use them on your computer. I don't recommend this, but you can. There are things called online C compilers where you can type your code, run it, save it, etc., etc. I'm going to show you two of them. One of them is online GDB slash online underscore C underscore compiler. See, the same program which I wrote in dev C++. It's the most common C code. Everyone starts with this code, so you can just run it since it's already typed. You can see the output here below in the console window. Another online compiler is CodeChef. CodeChef.com. CodeChef.com slash IDE. So you can type your code here. They didn't include the hello world statement. It just says your code goes here. I'm going to include it so you can see an output. So printf hi slash n. Okay. Now I will run it. You can see the output here which says hi. So this was for Windows. Now I'm going to show you how to use an IDE for other OSs like Linux, Unix, Mac OS, etc. You can see here I opened my Linux, Ubuntu. So what you want to do, you don't have to install any IDE. It comes pre-packaged. Like Unix, Linux, and Mac OS are like great programming environments. So you go to search applications, terminal, as you can see here, or there is another way. Just press Control Alt T and terminal opens up. For Mac OS, it's Command Alt T, so it's the same thing. So for example, for C, uh, for the text editor, use gedit, then whatever file you want, file name. But it has to have a .c extension, which is very important, and it tells the computer that it's a C program file. So as soon as you open it, the file opens up, whatever file name you gave. So I'll type the code, same thing as before. Now Control S or the save button at the top here, anything, save it, close it. Now to compile and run the program, you do gcc dot, space, file name dot c, means it's compiled and you have an object or executable file. If you see what all files you have, you can see file name.c, then a.out, which is an executable file. To run that file, you get /a.out, and you can see the output which says hi. Or you can use cc file name.c to compile it. I will link many more compilers and online compiler websites, etc., in the description. Make sure to check them out. If you have any issues, leave a comment and I'll reply to you. Thanks.